Hi FPL managers, welcome back to the channel. It's the Redman FPL. Guys, in this video we'll be talking about game week 13. Quick preview, talk about what you should be doing. I think it's a brilliant game week to activate a free hit or a bench boost if you've got a decent team for the game week. Of course, players that have got the fixtures, then you can activate a bench boost. But for me, I'm 85% convinced I would be playing the triple captain of Erling Haaland. So there's midweek games going on right now. I'm recording Tuesday night, so the team sheet is out for Manchester City. There was no Erling Haaland in the lineup, there was no Nico O'Reilly, and I think no Doku. That means they're probably resting them for the weekend game. So I'm quite positive Alan should have secured minutes. Even though his minutes is always secured, he would be probably very fresh for that game. So I'm quite sorry for Ballard and Rodon in advance. I'm hoping Haaland comes through for those of us that will have him on a triple captain. So guys, in this video I will talk you through what a free hit draft should look like, what you should be thinking, what your mindset should be like. I think you should be targeting to go differential, especially if you want to gain rank in your mini league and if you want to have that overall rank climb. I think you should completely go differential. Actually, it's a game week you can completely ignore Erling Haaland if you are playing a free hit draft, or you can have a draft of Haaland and players that have got good fixtures. So make sure you watch the video to the very end. It's going to help you a lot. And those new subscribers, I want to appreciate you a lot. We hit 100 subscribers this week. I'm so delighted to say. So guys, quick one before I go into my game week 13 video. We're going to look at what the expected points for players are this game week, ahead of this game week. So it's Erling Haaland on 6.6 expected points, Mohamed Salah on 6.10 expected points. I've seen somewhere else on some other app Salah was on more expected points than Haaland, and I was wondering how is that. So I'm quite convinced my app is quite truthful to itself. So Semenyo 5.2 expected points, decent. Mateta on 4.9. I mean, the last 3 game weeks is literally been around 4.8, 4.9, and he's not really returned. Dango, another player that people are targeting for this game week. I think if you don't have a Brentford player, you might want to consider one in your team. Gakpo also high up there, but I still would not pick him because I feel there could be that rotation situation with Arne Slot preferring to play maybe another player there and have Gakpo come off the bench. Sarr still highly rated 4.6, and he hasn't returned in the last 4 game weeks. Bruno Fernandes, decent hold. I still like Man United fixtures, but you know his price value doesn't give you opportunity to squeeze him in your team. So guys, make sure you enjoy the rest of the video. Those are the players I want to cover for now. I do think Shade is worth a shout. His expected points is 4.4 expected points. I think that's also decent. A lot of people might have him in their draft team, especially those free hitting. So make sure you watch the video to the very end. Leave a like, engage in the comment section. I'd love to see and then engage with you lots. Welcome back FPL managers, thank you for keeping it locked to this point in the video. So guys, I thought I was done with game week 12, but apparently I wasn't. So I just want to quickly cover what went on in the Man United Everton game. So guys, apparently 2 game weeks in a row now I've lost 24 points from one player, Dewsbury Hall. He's a player I'm not expecting returns from every game week. So, and initially the only return he's given in the season, I got that in my team. But so far, this fella gave 9-pointer last game week, and this game week he has chosen to come back with a 13-point return. And guys, I lost that again. So what do we say? That's what, 22 points rather, not 23. So yeah, 22 points in 2 game weeks from Dewsbury Hall. It's not his job to get goals, but he chose to get the winning goal for Everton in their last match against Man United. So well, good one for those people who played him in their team. I just can't find a way to play him in my team because that would mean omitting one striker from the starting lineup. So probably squeezing a 3-5-2 formation, and I would have lost the points from either Thiago or Welbeck as well, because there's no way I would have benched Haaland, even though Erling Haaland came back with a blank last game week. But guys, anyway, that's it being said about my game week 12 final whatever. Let's move on to the rest of the video. So guys, this is my team for game week 13. In goal is Henderson, Virgil van Dijk of Liverpool playing West Ham away. I'm quite positive about that one. I think Liverpool want to change their narrative for their season at the moment. I think we're coming back with a bang. And then Ezri Konsa playing Wolverhampton. Guys, I'm going to touch on this Villa side. I think we all should be invested in Villa, especially for this game week if you're on a free hit. And I'll show you what you can do with the Villa players on a free hit draft, especially so you can gain on that points, because guys, I feel it's a game week where you can actually completely go differential and still do well, especially if those teams return. So, and it's good if you play strategy like that, because you can dominate your mini leagues, and obviously it's going to help your overall rank as well. But guys, a game week like this really does help dominating your mini league. So different game week captain, different players in the midfield, different setup in the defense could actually help you gain rank. So guys, in the midfield, I've gone with Ismail Assar, Doku, Mohamed Salah, Dewsbury Hall. I forced him in the lineup right now, but guys, I'm not locked in on this team yet. And the attack is Thiago, Erling Haaland, Welbeck, and of course Haaland has got an armband as captain, but he might just become a triple captain at the end. I've also thought about playing a bench boost this game week, guys. Even though I'm a bit put off by the Palace playing Man United fixture, I still do feel like it's a game week I could easily squeeze them in my team and try to get that points return. And you know, it's kind of a differential as well if you have double Palace players and giving you that return. Last game week, who would have expected Palace players to come back with a clean sheet against my against Wolverhampton? Okay, maybe a few people expected them, but guys, they've done it for how many game weeks now? 4 game weeks in a row, 1, 2, 3 game weeks in a row so far. And guys, that's actually what's keeping an eye on, especially with the future games that they've got. They've got games against Man United, Burnley, Fulham, which they just they're playing this game week 13. Fulham, Burnley, Fulham, Man City, Leeds, Tottenham. Guys, if you know Palace very well, you know, guys, they can actually turn it against the big side and still dominate. So guys, this is what my team is looking like. The only thing I would probably change is maybe I was thinking to force Emil Buendia into my team, but guys, after seeing his display last game week, I think I got it wrong. It was a debate for me between getting Buendia in my team or having Donny Marlin. I went with Buendia. Of course, he scored that free kick in game week 11 that got him 11 points. So I was like, this guy might be good for my team. And well, he completely capitulated in the game against Leeds United, played just 45 minutes. So I think if I want to do something, I could probably make Buendia become Daniel Marlin, but at the same time I feel it's a worthless transfer, you know, squeezing that in, because obviously I don't think I want to play him at the same time. And Dewsbury Hall doesn't have the easiest of game, but I think a Villa player that does start would be a good pick in my lineup. So maybe if Buendia starts, good luck for me, but if it's Daniel Marlin, then I might just want to make that move with my one transfer, get Donny Marlin in the side and have him play in the midfield, or just stack up on my defense, take a punt with Richards and ignore whatever I'm gonna get from Villa attacker. So go with Richards, and that becomes a 4-3-3 formation. And if I want, I do like this game of Brighton playing Forest. I think they could come back with a clean sheet. So if I want to take a risk as well, again, I could do that. But guys, too many risks everywhere. I don't know, but that's still a team I fancy. I don't mind playing that Richards and Henderson combo and see how it goes. If it works, it works. Guys, we need to gain rank. Obviously, my team, if you're following me, you know I need to gain rank. So guys, that's pretty much my team plan for now, and probably I'm gonna be hitting the triple captain this game week. Activate that on Erling Haaland. I like the fact he's not playing in the Champions League. I think that's really encouraging for us FPL managers that want to have him in our team for that particular reason. So guys, I'll take you straight away to show you what the expected points for players are. So if you're still watching, keep it locked. I'm gonna be in with the next page, just show you real quick. in the right FPL managers. Thank you for keeping it locked to this point in the video. If you've gotten to this point right now, I think you should hit the like button. That would really be kind of you. And guys, so this is my free hit draft team. I think if you are on a free hit, you should go differential. If you look in my draft team, I don't have Erling Haaland in that lineup. Yes, it looks a bit weird, but I think guys, this is the way to play, especially if you're looking to dominate in your mini league. You're looking to outsmart that other manager that's just ahead of you with a few points. So I think yes, Erling Haaland could do really well, but at the same time, if you've got a free hit, you could have players from teams like this that have got this decent fixture for the game week. Have them around, pick one of them to be your game week captain, probably a player like Ollie Watkins, decent game week captain for the game week, you know. Take that risk. Hopefully he hauls, hopefully he returns good points, and you could dominate your mini league. Another way to do it would be have Erling Haaland there, have a mix up of these players that have got the good fixture for the game week as well, and I think you should do very well. So yeah, it's risky to go without Haaland, but I think especially for the fact that a lot of managers in your mini league would do the same thing of captaining Haaland. If you are not on a triple captain, I think this is also a smart way to play for the game week. So guys, in goal, Donnarumma. Defense, I have Matty Cash playing Wolverhampton. I think it could easily have been Martinez in goal and Matty Cash, but then I also fancy having Morgan Rogers and Watkins for the upside, just for the returns. I know the defense could do a job and come back with a clean sheet, high scoring numbers from the Matty Cash and Martinez, but I still kind of fancy going double Man City. I mean guys, Man City coming off the back of a loss are so dangerous. So I'll show you the bench real quick. The bench is solid as well. It's got Senesi playing Sunderland. I've still got double Crystal Palace. For some reason, even on a draft team, I'm still keeping double Crystal Palace. So you could change that, have another team in there, but I do fancy them. Who knows, it could go well for Crystal Palace against Man United. And then Caicedo from Chelsea. I might not want to have this fella here, so could easily become maybe a Granit Xhaka, or probably not Xhaka. I don't want to have a Dewsbury Hall on this team again, but well, I'll have him, and that increased the budget from 2.4 million. We've got 3.3 million left. So guys, I think this is a decent draft team to actually consider. And another way to do it, like I said, consider other strikers aside Erling Haaland that can help you gain differential points and position in your mini leagues. And another thing I'd say is you could go for strikers like Raúl Jimenez of Fulham for the game week. I'm not saying for the long run. Mateta, of course, decent hold for the game week, also for the long run. Watkins, decent for the game week, also decent fixtures for the long run. And one other player I would mention is Hugo Ekitike. Could absolutely make it into your draft team. Guys, you don't want to miss out on this little piece of information, and I hope so far these team decisions are clear enough on the free hit draft. So guys, this is what my team is looking like. Back to my game week 13 team. I think I don't know, do I want to squeeze in Saliba in my lineup? Guys, I don't know if I want to force Saliba to play this weekend when he's got a solid wicked game against Chelsea. I don't know, so probably take a punt on the double Crystal Palace, have Richards and Henderson there. But I've got news that Richard is a bit injured or something. He came off early in the last game, so who knows. Well, what moves can I make right now? I think the only other move would be to, like I mentioned earlier, Buendia to Daniel Marlin, and hopefully Daniel Marlin starts, but I don't know whom Unai Emery is gonna pick. So guys, some headaches around there. So I still feel this is pretty much the strongest lineup I can come up with this team. I would love to squeeze in Van Hecke there. I like the fixture against Nottingham Forest. They could come out good, but too much risk, like I mentioned. So I would rather keep the risk limited to Chris Richards and Saliba. Those are the guys I'm not too sure come back with a clean sheet. Van Dijk, yeah, 70%, but it's a 50-50 for Saliba, it's a 50-50 for Chris Richards. So guys, this is it for the game week, and I think I would be hitting the triple captain on Erling Haaland. I still do like a bench boost, but too much risk as well around that. No clean sheet from the Palace players probably, so I wouldn't want that on my bench boost, so I'll rather triple captain. I hope there's been a lot of information in this short video for you. I try to make it as short as possible because it could be longer, but guys, and kindly hit the subscribe button if you just stumble on the channel. I would appreciate seeing you again, and kindly let me know what you have to tell me in the comment section. Say something about my team. Do you like the players there? Do you think I could play a different way, have some other guys from the bench in the lineup? Let me know what you think about my team and the plan. See you for the next video, and I hope you stay on the side of the green arrow ahead of game week 13. Make sure you listen to all the news, all the press conferences, watch out for players' injury, and of course rotation risk ahead of the game week 13. See you in my next video.